trouble at all uploading anything
With
to
Spotify.
Spotify, to Patreon. I have no problems at all. So I don't know. Does Zach suffer this problem?
Sometimes, but even when I've been using his computer to do it, because mine pisses me off so bad.
Yeah.
And his sometimes gives me the same problem. Where, like, we go to upload, and it says uploading, and it gets to, like, 90%, and then it just, like, pauses for 10 minutes, and then it says it failed.
I don't know. It happened really quick for me. It just went on and was good. All done.
That's how it used to be for me. I'm wondering if, like, they changed something, and since, like, it's actually a download for me rather than, like, on my computer from the beginning. If that's the problem, I don't know. It took so much stress off of me that you did it, though.
It takes a lot of stress off of me because you're not going to be bothering me. No room for disappointment as long as I get it done in time.
Yeah.
Excellent. I'm eating an egg bite. This is a truffle egg bite.
I'm eating eggs.
I also ate a bacon, egg, and Gouda sandwich, but it was open-faced because Oakley fucking walked in here and stole the top of it. I was not expecting that. I did not think that was going to happen.
He definitely shouldn't have done that, but you also shouldn't have left your fucking sandwich on the floor.
I just didn't expect him to put his... I didn't think he would do that. Like him.
You thought he would follow me everywhere. He normally does.
Yeah, and the other dogs were with us, so, like, no part of me was like, Oakley's downstairs stealing my sandwich. You know?
Yeah. No, I tell everyone they're fucking sneaky.
And
it's
he
not
was,
like-
too, because I saw him walking over there, like, weird with his mouth slightly open. And I was like, there's something in there.
It was just a piece of bread.
It's just the top of my sandwich. I mean, at least it was only the top. The bacon, some of the cheese, and the egg were still intact, so. And he didn't get to eat it.
Yeah. It was just funny that you were like, what's in his mouth? Did he get something from my bag? And I go over, and as I was, like, grabbing it out of his mouth, I was like, why is it so fluffy? What does Jessie have that is so fluffy in her
I thought it was my
bag?
egg bite.
I thought it was, like, it, to me, felt like a, earmuff. One singular earmuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like, why the fuck does she have this?
Maggie's also had this scone for, like, a hot minute that I keep eyeballing
Eat it.
every time I come over, and it's been here for, like, 2 weeks probably now, so at this point, I'm taking it, because it's not going to be good forever.
Yeah.
That's what I do with Emma's desserts, too. She gets something that's, like, perishable. If she doesn't eat it within a week, I'm like, I'm eating this.
Yeah.
Oh, God, it's good.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I always think that I want sweet treats in the morning like that. Like, instead of a breakfast sandwich, I want a muffin or something. And then I get it, and I'm halfway to work, and I'm like, I much rather would have, like, bacon right now. So I just never eat it. I also don't eat the bacon, to be clear. Yeah, I don't have it.
You really should be eating protein in the morning. It's good for you.
Are eggs protein?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll start eating eggs. I love eggs.
They're like 6 or 8 grams of protein per egg.
Zach doesn't like eggs. So
He did say that.
I never, like, eat them because it would be like, I'm making eggs for myself.
Yeah, and?
What do you want? And then
Well.
he'd tell me, and I'd be like, I don't feel like doing that. I like eggs mostly for their simplicity. So easy to make them in all forms of brekkie.
Mm-hmm. I've been frying them up and putting them on a piece of bread. Like a dippy egg, open-faced on a piece of bread.
Yeah.
And then, like, eat the bread with the egg on it. Instead of tearing it and dipping it.
He'll eat scrambled eggs if they're in hibachi.
Mm-hmm. We actually just had this conversation about him eating more eggs because he's eating them in.
Hibachi.
Yeah, he said that, like, he was scarred by eating eggs, like, at basic. That's what he said.
He probably told me that, and I probably told him that it doesn't count because those weren't real eggs. I can promise.
Yeah, they
him.
were bagged eggs. Like, that's not real.
Not the same thing.
Also, so many good ways to make eggs.
I need toe heaters.
My toes are cold, so I can't help you.
I'm so cold.
My friend made really
It's
delicious.
58 degrees in here.
Oh.
I'm going to turn that on. Keep going.
My friend made really delicious deviled eggs. I don't know if you're pro or con deviled eggs, but I love them. But she made them with like capers, so they had like a little bit of pickled flavor to them. Loved it. So good. Shout out to Amanda for her deviled eggs. Really like those. I haven't boiled an egg myself though in like probably at least 10 to 15 years. Like I don't remember the last time I made a hard boiled egg myself.
I have never reached that level of adulting, so.
I'm sorry. I'm getting a phone call.
From who?
Angie.
I love her.
She's great.
Fun fact about Jesse's regular parents and her in-law parents.
I can't imagine what they have in common that you're about to tell.
Both of them invite me to family events.
Oh yeah.
All of them.
Yeah, my parents are my dad. It's my dad specifically. Not that my mom like has anything against it, but if somebody is going to be alone on a holiday, I just invite them because my dad will love to like provide that. I feel the same way though. If some I think I've invited you over on Christmas Day.
Angie has said stuff to me like, "Where were you on Christmas?" And I'm like,
"What?" Oh my god, that's like a long-standing joke though. I forget why.
Every holiday she's like, "Why didn't you come over?"
Yeah, but I think it started with like you not being invited to go on some vacation with her because why would you?
Why the fuck wouldn't I? I'm literally part of your family. I don't care what you say. I am part of your family. I have your parents' phone number.
Their house phone or just my mom's cell phone?
No, I have your mom's cell phone. We
Yeah.
text here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We're friends. And every time I go to Angie's house, she's like, "Hey, how are you? Why didn't you come to XYZ last weekend?" I'm like, I didn't even know that was happening.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So your parents are like my extended in-laws. Both of them. Both sides of parents.
Yeah, I mean, once you become my friend, my parents also become your parents.
Well, that's great. It's just me. They just have to take care of me.
Anybody I take into my circle, it's now in their circle. I think they trust my judgment.
I wrecked my car this week.
Probably because I say fuck you to anybody in my life if I don't like you even just like a little bit. So
It's terrifying.
If I don't like you just a little bit, you're...
It's so scary.
Well, you're still here, so... You're the last man standing, so...
You know how people in relationships are like, you know how for a while you were like, I don't know if Cody likes me and it's really bothersome, like it really affected you. That's how I feel with you sometimes. I'm like, I don't know if she's going to kick me to the curb tomorrow because I didn't answer her phone call that was an emergency, and I found out the emergency was her telling me that like some fucking TV show is coming out.
That's pretty shallow of a thing for me to decide. It would have to be a long-running situation. Let's not get into the psychology of this. Come on.
Jesse's long-running situation means only she knows that there's a problem.
That is true.
Yes, like I don't know if there's a problem.
I'm not going to deny that that's definitely a problem I experience.
We did
telling people that there's a problem. We talked about that recently.
We talked about it, last week while we were recording our podcast. I explained to Jessie that if I upset her, I would like for her to tell me so I know that I upset her rather than her making up all these things that I hate her in her brain and being upset with me, and I have no fucking idea.
On the converse, I also decide arbitrarily that I can bear the pain more than other people and therefore don't share. I'm aware of the problem.
Hey, I don't like the way you said that. And I'll say, all right, Jessie, toughen up, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then we'll just move on, you know?
Instead, it's death by 1,000 paper cuts over here.
I don't. You know what's funny? You and I talk about this quite often where I'm like, we are fucking adults. If you have a problem, just fucking tell me.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, yeah, I don't understand why people would just hide it. And there's Jessie over there.
It's not serious enough to
Jessie's
share.
writing in her diary, "Dear diary, Maggie hurt me again today."
That's what my internal log probably looks like.
You
It's a collection of
You and
wrongs
Chanel's
against
diary,
me.
I would love to look at. Chanel's diary is like, I saw the rabbit today, didn't kill it.
Thought about it though.
I thought about it. There was a leaf. I ate Oakley's poop. See you tomorrow.
So
Love, Chanel.
We're gonna get back to your car thing, but tonight's
Oh.
game night. This is related. Tonight's game night and last game night. One of Cody's aunts, who is only like 10 years, 10, 12 years older than us.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, because there's a big span in the ages of his mom's side of the family. She was just like going off. Like we ushered the children away because she was just venting aggressively.
Who is this?
Shirley. Okay. And
You'll
Angie
beep that out.
stops everybody and is just like, if anybody has a problem, we're going to talk about it immediately. Nobody hold back. We'll just face it and move on. And I immediately turned to her and I was like, can you please braid Emma's hair before she goes outside?
Did
She's like, yes, I can. And I
Or
was like,
Angie?
to Angie. And I was like, I was going to talk to you about this anyway, but boy, did it seem like the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
To drop that.
Yeah.
It was really
perfect.
funny.
I'm sure that everyone was like, okay, Jessie, moving on.
Well, I mean, Emma's got really curly hair.
It's so pretty.
So, you know, if you don't take care of it, you don't braid it at night to protect it,
Yeah.
it's knotted, matted, fluffy mess.
Speaking of that, I recently found out that my old groomer, we just switched. Same place, different groomer.
Uh-huh.
Also, I don't think that who you know is the groomer I have.
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, though, when I say
Yeah.
that? Okay, I don't think that that's the same person because your person sent me a friend request on Facebook a while ago. For some reason, I just saw it, and I looked, and I was like, that does not look like the girl that I met. Anyways, I switched groomers. I recently found out that they just, like, never dematted Oakley's tail.
Oh.
So he has, I've been working on it. I probably spent about 4 hours this week working on his tail.
Uh-huh.
Because imagine if they had to shave his tail. How fucking goofy would he look?
We just cut nollies out when they dread. We just
No.
snip it out.
The dreads are like this big.
Yeah.
So I've been working on, I have the top like 4 inches done. There's
Uh-huh.
no dreads there. But the dreads are so big. There is no way that happened in 4 weeks. It's been 4 weeks since he got his haircut.
Mm-hmm.
There is no way. Every once in a while, he'll get a little one
Mm-hmm.
in the 4 week span, and I like demat it, or I just ask them if they can demat it, and if they can't, cut it out because it's so tiny. It's so fucking big. There are almost every side of his tail has like a 3-inch mat in it.
Wow.
I'm so angry. He has to be in pain. Well, he doesn't like when I'm trying to get him out. That's why I've only spent like 4 hours this week.
I don't, like, nollies are never, and maybe Oakleys are different. Nollies are never, like, at the base of his skin. Like, the fur is still always free-flowing. It's just, like, they're, like, down in the bits.
No,
You know what I mean?
Oakley's is...
To his skin.
So, there's like an inch regrowth that's not matted, and then huge mats. So, like, when I'm trying to pull it apart, I have to pull at his skin because it's
Yeah,
right there.
right.
He has to be so fucking uncomfortable.
I'm sure for that.
I'm so angry about it, especially when I'm paying $150 for them to groom him.
Yeah.
If I was paying like, $70, I'd be like, all right, well, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's the most expensive dog to groom. Rightfully so. His fur sucks to brush through, and he doesn't like it. He does the whole...
Do you brush his tail regularly?
No. He doesn't like when I... That's why I get him groomed so often.
Yeah.
So I don't have to. A lot of doodle owners, like, if you brush them every day or every other day, you don't have to until, like, 8 weeks.
Yeah.
I could extend the time, but he just fights me when I brush him. He starts biting the brush. He starts biting my hand. He starts chomping at Zach for it. It's not worth it. I'd rather just pay the money and have them do it.
Yeah.
And then he smells good. He can see all the time. That's mainly why I get him groomed, too. He can't freaking see after 4 weeks. His little hair comes over.
Zora can't see all the time.
Well, that's because of her wrinkles.
I imagine her vision to be mostly through eyelashes. You know?
Yeah, probably.
It's just cloudy through eyelashes unless there's food, and then she's like,
Very big.
hello.
Sarah told me yesterday that dogs do have long-term memory because I was like, do you think... I told her how you were like, do you remember Oakley? And she like got up and she's like, yeah, they have long-term memory. Like, even though it's been like, because it's probably been 2 years since they've seen each other. And she's like, yeah, she probably does remember him. That made my heart melt because Zora and Oakley had the best time when they were littles.
They did.
We didn't even have to do anything. It was great. They would tire each other out and then they would both sleep all night. For like fucking 12 hours when I say all night. Very long time. It was great.
No, I don't know that Zora would bother running about. Even when she took after the deer trail, it was a trot. It wasn't a run. She wasn't that excited. She's just like, let me just trot along here. Go, 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 go.
Oakley
go.
loves to be chased, and that was perfect because he would just like bite Zora's leg, and she'd be like, I'm gonna get you, but he's so fucking fast.
I think she probably at some point got annoyed that he like was like mad, like get back here, you know, because she likes to like, she likes to
Yeah,
Lion
play like
King.
that. Oakley plays like that too. I don't think that he is very confident in doing that with Zora. She's triple his size.
That's fair. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine who has a lab, and I said like, that's like what a normal large dog is. Like I forget how large my dogs are all the time.
Some people classify Oakley as large.
Yeah, which is baffling to me. Like a 50-pound dog can be a large dog.
I think that's weird too.
Zora is like normal, like a normal. I mean, I think of her as a large dog,
right?
in the category of large dogs,
but not like
not like
XXXL.
yeah, like not like triple XL. Exactly, exactly. Like Nolly, I think he's a very large dog, but still like normal.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that he's an XXL.
No,
Or even an XL. Nolly is the size that I would consider large.
yeah, like he's a big dog.
A Tibetan Mastiff is XXL.
I don't know if they're any taller than he is or not. They look so much larger though because
of their fur.
they're so fluffy. When I see like an Irish Wolfhound or a Great Dane, because they are like their backs are the height of my kitchen table, then I'm like, okay, that's a big dog. Like I'm shocked by their size because of how tall they are.
I don't think the tallness really bothers me. Or like,
Gets to you?
yeah, like it doesn't, to me, it doesn't determine how big they are. It's like how buff and tall.
It's a combination of things. Yeah, I agree.
Like I would still say a Great Dane is a large dog. I don't think they're like XL. God, I want a Tibetan so bad.
I think of a Great Dane being large because they literally come up to the top of my hip bone, like my belly button. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but their body isn't huge.
I mean, they're still a big dog.
They are. They're longer.
Like a well built Great Dane is wider than Zora.
Yeah.
Like there are spindly, skinny ones that don't look huge, but
I don't
there
think
are
I've
big
ever-
Great Danes.
Met a Great Dane in real life.
Oh,
Like touched one. I know I've seen them like on the street and stuff, but I don't think I've ever actually like played with one or anything to interact with it.
I find them to be very gigantic.
Short-haired dogs just aren't my thing. Except for pitties. I want a pitty so bad and Zach won't let me go on.
Why?
I think it's like he knows in his brain that like any other dog, it's how they're raised. But pretty much any call that he's been on that there's been a dog that's tried to attack him, it's been a pitty. So in his brain, he's like, no, they're mean. Or like, that's what he says to himself. But he does know, like, it's how you raise them.
I mean, I don't think that biological factors like aren't at play, but historically pit bulls weren't meant to be human aggressive. That would be negating the whole point
Right.
of what they were being used for. They're dog aggressive, certainly, but I really want to get a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, not to be confused with an American Staffordshire Bull Terrier or a American Pit Bull Terrier, which are the same thing. They're much smaller. They're like the size of a beagle. They look like a tiny pit bull.
What
Also,
is it?
a Staffordshire.
How the fuck?
Staff.
Found it. Bull Terrier.
Yes, but not American. Just Staffordshire.
Yeah, no.
They're tiny.
These are cute.
They weigh like 20 pounds. but they have the ferocity that terrier does. They're like a teeny tiny little pit bull. I want one so bad because you can pick them up. I am tired of having to use my entire body strength to push Zora off of me.
Yeah, I understand.
Sometimes I'm like, this is too much.
Going back to Zach, though, this was like a long time ago. He said something like when we were arguing about a pit bull. Let me clarify, too. We don't need another fucking dog. We don't.
Yeah.
But I can dream. So he said something similar to like, you know what's never tried to attack me? A golden retriever. And I was like, no one's starting a fucking fight club with a golden retriever. There are no fight clubs with golden retrievers. They're too derpy.
I don't
all the time.
Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure if you look up bite stats, golden retrievers aren't low on the list.
That's shocking. I feel like they're so dumb. Like,
I'll look, but
derpy.
I feel semi-confident in saying that.
Hey, if anyone out there has a golden retriever, can you pop a picture of it in the Discord? Because I really love them. I think that they're so cute. I just don't really want a shedding dog. And if I'm going to get a shedding dog, it's going to be a Tibetan because I want to be swallowed by it. But I really love golden retrievers. I would consider having a golden retriever. I should really just get a golden doodle. I like things with really long ears. If the dogs have long ears and longer fur, I want a chow chow. Those things are so cute too. They're like Zora mixed kind of with Oakley minus the curly fur. And I love that. Are you going to respond?
Yes, hold on. I just read pit bulls outbite humans 2-1 per this article. And granted, this was from 2009, so things are different. Statistically, like percentage-wise, there are a higher percentage of golden retrievers biting out of the golden retriever population.
That's funny.
Than there are of pit bulls biting out of the pit bull population. So if their example was if there's 10,000 pit bulls and 2,000 golden retrievers, more of that 2,000 golden retrievers by percentage are biting. I was pretty sure that was the case. I think that's crazy. Anyway, I'm sorry. Please tell me again what you were.
I don't remember. I got on Facebook.
Curly hair.
Oh, chow chows. They're like Zora with all the wrinkles.
Yeah.
But they have like long, luscious hair.
They're woolly. Have you ever touched one?
No.
They're not soft.
Oh.
They're, I mean.
Like Sandor woolly or woollier?
Like, you know what Nolly's back of his legs tuft fur feels like? It feels like wool.
That's upsetting.
It probably feels like the back of Sandor's legs. Imagine the roughest part of Oakley, because I know I've touched him in a place that feels rough.
You get so angry when you touch a rough spot. You're like, why?
Also, his skin is weirdly thick, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Zora feels
his neck skin.
His neck skin is really thick.
Yeah,
it's really disturbing.
Because
in a way.
He's meant to be outside. He's a Bernese Mountain Dog.
My Saint Bernard, my purebred Saint Bernard, does not have thick skin, like literally thick skin. It is so weird. It's like touching a pig. Like pig skin is like thick and hard. That's how his neck skin feels. It's so weird.
I like it.
I mean, Zora feels like a puppy. Like when you're grabbing her neck skin, because she is so wrinkly, like you touch a puppy and all that skin is just floppy. She still feels that way. And I know that that's very different, but like Nolly doesn't feel like a pig when you touch him.
Sometimes I grab Oakley's neck skin and go like this, and his whole body like wiggles.
Yeah, because it's all attached and hard. It's like bound fascia.
So
it's
funny.
So strange.
That's probably why he can take, like, when Zora used to bite his neck and stuff, he probably didn't even feel it.
Maybe it's just scar tissue from Zora biting his neck.
They had so much fun together. I'm really sad that doesn't happen often anymore, because they had so much freaking fun.
They'd probably be fine now. He could outrun her.
Oh, for sure.
So.
Yeah, as long as Zora doesn't decide she doesn't like him mid-run.
I mean, she's not gonna. What's she gonna do? How's she gonna catch him?
Eventually, he'll turn around and try to Lion King. Once he gets tired of running, he'll do that.
I think it'd be fine.
It's so fun. It was so fun to watch. Jesse and I would spend hours in the summer just sitting outside, and the dogs would play each other out. We didn't have to do anything.
I miss sitting outside. Good Lord, I can't wait till it's summertime.
Yeah.
My porch is gonna be so nice to sit on.
True. Facts.
Oh god, it's gonna be so good. I know I've posted a view in the Discord from my porch,
Yeah.
to the west where the sun sets, but it's all good views, no matter which angle of the porch you're sitting on. So look forward to that in the summertime. I have a daybed. I have an Anthropology wicker daybed that I bought a bajillion years ago that's been all over the state at this point, being stored in other people's houses, living elsewhere. But now it's going to come to live at my house, and I cannot wait. Laying on my daybed in the morning sunshine, just, man, I'm going to feel like I'm straight out of...
Compton.
No, I was thinking like Little House on the Prairie times, but not Little House on the Prairie.
Big
just like
house
that time
on the
period.
acres.
Like maybe like the 1910s in a beautiful country home. I'm really wealthy. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I haven't been wed off yet to one of my father's wealthy friends. Just enjoying my last summer at 15. You know, that's going to be me this summer on my porch. Wearing my, like, summer dress. No more pants for me. Yeah, so tell me about your car.
Oh. Did you look at it?
No, I didn't look at it at all.
I shouldn't even call it a wreck, but I don't know there's no other word for it. I didn't hit anyone else. Like, it wasn't, I didn't get hurt. My airbags didn't go off.
I mean, you hit a rock.
Don't explain it as a fucking rock. It was a boulder. So, the bank that I go to.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a rock too, but the bank that I go to, in order to exit, every night I go there and I drop off the salon deposit. When you exit, you have to make a U-turn. They have it on one side surrounded by landscaping. So there's mulch, there's a tree, fucking boulders. Like, bigger than my body.
I've went through that loop.
Yeah.
I think it's dumb. In the summertime, you can see where people pull into the dirt ahead.
Yes.
Like, it's not made large enough. And I want to say, I thought that branch was closed.
No, it's open. So one side is the landscaping. The other side is a bunch of fucking trees. There is no lighting. Even the street lights don't go through because of the trees.
It's freaking dark there.
It's so dark. At least once a month, I hit these rocks. I have been going through this drive-through for 3 years. At least once a month, I hit the rocks. I would say closer to once a week, but sometimes I do really good. So I made the turn too sharp. I'm already stressed out about work to begin with. Like, the stress that, like, your mind won't turn off. You feel like you're going to explode. I make a turn. I make it too sharp. I somehow, like, run over the boulder in one of the boulder things in some way. And I also want to say that later on, Zach went there. He wanted to take my car for a drive. Okay, wait. Let me just tell you what happened. So when I pulled out after that, I looked behind me because I thought, what the fuck did I just hit? I swear to God, I saw the rock in the middle of the road. And I was like, fuck that thing. I'm not putting it back. You shouldn't have done your fucking landscaping like this. This has been an ongoing thing that has pissed me off my entire existence at this bank. It's so frustrating. It's not that hard to put in a light.
I don't understand why they don't have a light facing off of the back of the deposit, like the overhead thing.
Yeah.
Like, why there isn't a light facing off of any corner of that.
Anywhere.
That parking lot in general is not well lit. Even though it has lights, I feel like they're not bright. And definitely not bright enough to light that area.
That area sucks.
No.
So I saw the rock and I was like, fuck that thing. I'm pissed. I heard it, like, scraping my car. I come home, I get out of my car and I look because I thought, like, it might have just, like, scratched my door.
Right.
No. My front panel was pushed so far upwards that it popped another part of my car off. completely off my car. It wasn't dangling. It was missing when I got home. The entire rubber side of like where my car doors are, I want to call it like a bumper. It's not a bumper, but
Is it like the weather stripping? Or you mean the part that's in the wheel well?
no. Below both my doors, it goes the whole way back. It's like rubber.
Oh, yeah, it is like it's like your door protecting thing. Is that
It's
what you-
completely scraped
Yeah.
the whole way back.
Yeah.
There's a small scrape on my rim, which I don't care about. Honestly, I must have missed this thing with my wheel by inches. Because my wheel is completely fine other than that small scrape.
I mean, that's good.
The inside, what is it? The wheel. I want to say
wheel.
projector.
So the part that's on the wheel well? Like the wheel well is like the U-shaped thing. Is
Yes,
that what you're talking about? Yeah, that like plastic that I don't.
Yeah, it
they
is.
They call them something, but that's your wheel well thing. Yeah.
It is completely shattered
Yeah.
on the inside.
Sometimes they just bolt those back. They just like rivet them on because it's like if the outside's okay.
I don't think they're.
Isn't that the piece that he retrieved?
No. So there's a part on my. It's right beside my door. I'll actually just show you.
Did you take more daylight pictures?
No.
Oh.
You can see it though.
Okay.
Right there. Supposed to be a black thing there.
Oh yeah.
So that completely popped off. You can't open my passenger side door now because the front panel is so like bent in.
Oh yeah, I did notice in the pictures that like the gap between the door and the quarter panel were like really thin in some places, but it didn't look like the door itself had been damaged at all. It was just
I
the
don't
quarter
think the
panel.
door has been damaged, which is excellent.
Yeah, definitely don't open it and tell them to not open it so they don't damage it.
Zach will. Zach's taking care of all of it. So when I came home, I texted Zach and I was like, I fucked up my car. I didn't think that it did that much damage. To me, it just sounded like scraping. And I feel like in things like that too, like you blink and it's over, and sometimes it lasted a whole 5 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So I texted him and I was like, I fucked up my car. He came out and he's like, what did you do?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you hit a rock. And I was like, I didn't hit a fucking rock. It was a boulder. I am telling you, this was not a pebble.
If anybody knows what like foundation barnstone look like, that's
Yeah.
sort of similar to the size and shape of
Yeah.
what they have there.
Well,
They're not barrier rocks, but they're very similar to that.
Later, I like couldn't talk at all that night. I was so upset.
I know, we called you for Cody to like comfort you.
Cody didn't comfort me. He called and said, "What's up, Recky?" Or,
Yeah,
"What's
he
up,
was
Crash."
He was trying to, well, he was going to tell you that you can drive it. I thought you'd feel better knowing that Cody thought also that you could drive it.
I couldn't. There was so much going on.
Yeah, it's okay.
So it was probably like 10. Because I got home late that night. It was a long night.
Yeah.
So it was probably an hour after. And Zach's like, do you want me to take your car for a drive? And I was like, if you want, like, nothing's clinging. The tire's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I'm just going to take it around the block and make sure that, like, nothing is wrong with it. And I was like, well, if you're going to drive it, go over to First Commonwealth and see if you can find that piece of my car and also move the boulder back.
Yeah.
So he comes home. The piece of my car is untouched. He has it. No scrapes or anything on it. It just literally popped off, which was great because that's one less thing that they have to do. And he's like, you weren't kidding. I thought it was just like a bigger rock. That's a fucking boulder. And I was like, I told you I wasn't exaggerating. It's a goddamn boulder.
They're really big.
And I said, did you move it back? And he's like, it wasn't in the road. And I said, yes, it was. When I left, I saw it in my rear view because I wanted to know what I hit. I had no idea what I hit. That was that. So he's like, I'm telling you, you did not move the rock. I saw the rock that you hit. I'm assuming that some of my car was like scraped on it.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, it is perfectly in place and it probably weighs 250 pounds. Nobody moved that back by themselves.
I mean, somebody else could have went through.
And moved a 250-pound rock.
Cody could move it. I mean, be for real. Like, Cody could push that out of the way.
It was back in place though. It wasn't just like pushed
I don't know.
off to the side. So
I mean, who knows? A whole freaking crew of guys could have went through and just moved it, but
I don't know if I hallucinated the rock in my in my rear view when I was looking, because it was only an hour later. And like, let's be so real about this. Not many people go through the bank at 10 o'clock at night.
No, but like here, I just wouldn't be surprised if,
Well, I'm
people
hoping that
had
someone
gone
moved
through.
it back, so I wasn't hallucinating. But Zach said that it was perfectly in place.
I don't understand how that could be the case. You know what I mean? Like, how did you see it there and now it's not there?
I don't know. And it freaked me out.
The ghost of the rock is coming to get
He said
you.
my tire tracks. I was 2 feet into the mulch bed.
I want people to understand that this is not a turn that any standard size SUV, not even like an oversized SUV like a Tahoe, just like a normal size SUV, could not make this U-turn very effectively.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a spot in the dirt in the summertime. I think there was snow on the ground at the time, wasn't there?
No, I think it was raining.
Maybe that's what it was.
Night.
Either way, like if you're there in the daylight, people pull into the dirt in front of this
drive
through to then make the turn because it's too sharp.
Yeah, I
don't know how trucks are making it.
I felt better when Zach came home and he's like, I can 100% see how you did that. Like, because he always says I'm a bad driver. Maybe I am. I don't know. But I feel like he was just like, you weren't paying attention. And maybe I wasn't. I don't exactly remember what was happening at that time. But when he came home and he's like, I can 100% see how you did that. Like, that was not like a far off thing for you to do where it was like you were being reckless. And I was like, fucking thank you.
Yeah.
Like that. And then Jessie texts me at like midnight and she's like, maybe you can sue the bank.
I mean, like I wouldn't suggest you do it, but like realistically, you probably could.
I think I could too.
Because, and I don't blindly support you. Like, if you and Zach are having a feud, just so people know, and I think Zach's right, I will tell her that Zach's right.
Except
and vice
for that
versa.
one time I thought she was telling me to start a fight.
I didn't do that.
You said start a fight with Cody.
I was going to start a fight. So, like, as soon as you told me what you hit, I was like, yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not surprised. I'm surprised that I just don't understand why they even have mulch and rocks there in the first place. They should just have gravel.
With how big it is, I understand they're protecting like their drive-through area.
Yeah, but
there's no reason that landscaping needs to be fucking 12 feet wide.
Yeah. Nobody's making that sharp of a turn to get there.
Yeah, it wasn't great. Zach did call the insurance yesterday. He turned it in. We have a 0 deductible.
Oh, fantastic.
So, he called around to a bunch of shops. They gave him like a big list on places in Punxsutawney and Indiana because he'll be the one taking my car because I'm just a girl. So, wherever he wanted to take it was fine. Not one of them can get me in before mid-February.
Wow.
So, anytime that I'm going to work and I have to take Oakley, Zach told me to just take his car and him and I will switch cars for the day. I'm just really worried that something is like hidden wrong with my tire or something and it's going to pop off while I'm going 65. So we're switching cars for my own mental sake.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you're fine.
I said that to my mom and she's like, but what about if it happens when you're in the car? And I'm like, fuck me. I don't care. I don't want to traumatize Oakley. The chances of us getting hurt in something like that is so low. But with my luck, and also, like, with my luck, it'll happen. And also, once Oakley has one bad experience, he's never doing it again. To have to drag him into my car all the time would be terrible. Now
if he gets into a car accident, he's never leaving the house.
Oakley and I got in several car accidents together.
When?
That's why I got rid of my Chrysler. Because it wasn't that good in the snow. So one time we hit a deer and this is when he was tiny. I was going back to my mom's house.
I kind of remember that.
I went to grab him, and he bounced off, did flips, landed on the floor. Like, he bounced off of my arm and then did some flips and landed on the floor. Another time, I don't remember if he was in the back seat or if he was in the front. I think he was in the back. It was super icy out. I was coming home from work going to Du Bois Wayne Road.
Mm-hmm.
I slid into a ditch and it hit the ditch on his side and he bounced off the door. So then we had to wait for my parents to come and get me.
I don't remember any of this, really. I kind of remember you hitting a deer once, but I don't remember that.
Yeah, I had to. And Oakley was like shaking in the car, and I felt so bad. He was just like so nervous to be in there. So we had to stand outside because he was way more calm in the snow than he was in the car because he just bounced off the fucking side of the car.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has forgotten all of this. Because honestly, you know him. If he remembered, he's never getting in a car.
The way he won't walk on floors.
Yes, because he's fallen.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
So
that's
makes sense.
Yeah, I'm Zach and I are just switching cars for those days.
That's
and
fair.
It won't be that many.
Right.
Because it's not like he works 2 days a week during the week that we need to switch cars, and that'll be fine. But yes, I am protecting my dog more than anything else. Fuck me, I don't care. Wreck me. Now that I said that, please don't. This is fucking knock on wood. I think that's all we have to talk about. Are you gonna?
Oh, I wanted to say,
Where are we at? We've got to be almost a fucking hour in.
we are. We are.
We have stuff to talk about.
I can make it quick, but I have one last thing to say that we don't need to discuss. I think that being a priest that takes confessions would be incredibly traumatizing.
I don't think it would be traumatizing. It'd be fun as shit.
No, can you imagine you're devout and you're like, that's your job to take those, and then you got to hold on to them and wrangle with that?
What do you mean? That's what I do for my job. I am a priest. I just give terrible advice. Pop his fucking tire, girl.
I don't think that priests give advice.
No,
so
they don't.
I don't think that that's really, I mean, repent to God. Maybe. I don't really know how that
they
goes.
tell you how many prayers to do.
Yeah, I don't know because I'm
how
not
many
Catholic,
of each prayer, and then you'll be forgiven once you do 5 Hail Marys.
It's really absurd, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I lived that life.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so today the plan was to tell you about Margaret.
Me.
Now I'm wondering if her name is Margaret Lovett Hewitt or Margaret Love Hewitt.
It doesn't matter. Just Margaret is fine.
Margaret Lovett. Margaret Howe Lovett. I'm sorry. Margaret Howe Lovett. I'm not good with names. I got this whole story for you with a gigantic note. Look at all this information.
Jesus Christ.
But I can't remember names. Anyway, it all starts with this guy named John C. Lilly. All right. John C. Lilly wanted to he did acid. Okay. It's the 60s. Let me paint the picture. We're in the 60s, and this guy wants to study how do I even put this? There was a space race going on in the world with NASA, right? There's a bigger dick contest going on with Russia, the Soviet Union, and the United States, who can get to space and the moon and all of that shit first, right? But what if we run into aliens along the way? How will we communicate? So they decide to start studying communication with dolphins. I don't know how they settled on dolphins. Obviously, there's other studies with all sorts of different types of animals about how to communicate with them. But here we are with dolphins.
Okay.
I think it had to do with brain size. Fun fact along the way, we learned that dolphins consciously breathe. meaning they don't just breathe by themselves. They have to. They do it on purpose.
They think about it.
They do it on purpose. So lots of dolphins died while we put them under anesthesia because we didn't know
Oh,
that they had to choose to breathe. So while we're
Okay.
studying their brains, putting probes and shit in there, we killed them. Fun.
I hate it.
Fun fact. Anyway, so John C. Lilly decides that he's going to have this house on St. Thomas Island. It's a U.S. Virgin Island that they're going to modify into a dolphinarium, aka half house, half aquarium, for the dolphins to live in the same home with an outdoor area too as people. Right?
Okay.
Cool stuff. Right?
SeaWorld.
Okay, so they did try to like start all of this shit with a dolphin named Pam. Pam was just too wary of people. I don't know if she was too old at the time, or what, but you know,
Not thriving.
she didn't like it. She didn't want to communicate. She wasn't driven to talk to people or try to learn to talk to people or even do tricks. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't driven to like perform.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was an urgent question. So there were earlier experiments, like Pam, it didn't work out, whatever. So then they decided that they were going to very specifically try to teach a dolphin to speak English, like speak it with their complex sounds. Yes. They have obviously if you've heard a dolphin make noises, if you haven't, go Google it. I don't know what to tell you. They do have like a lot of complex different
Tones.
yeah, gurgles and clicks, and they can do a lot of different sounds with their mouths. So, like I said, they did this house in St. Thomas. The plan was someone was going to come and teach dolphins how to speak English. Bizarre, but true. So, it is worth noting at this time that John C. Lilly created the sensory deprivation chamber.
Which would be...
So it's a tank that you go in, and because of the salinity of the water, I believe, and the temperature, you kind of just float there. You have no sense. You can't hear anything because it's
love it.
a chamber.
Take
right?
me in there.
He also liked to do acid in the chamber. So we'd go in the sensory deprivation chamber thinking that because all of your senses were deprived, you would somehow start to use like your brain would like connect with supernatural things or space, something
I can understand.
not within you.
Sure.
A bigger picture sort of connection. He did that in acid. So you can imagine that some interesting things came about.
I'm pumped.
Now, I will say there is a lot about John C. Lilly, completely unrelated to this, that is very interesting. And I did not, because the whole point of this is about
the dolphin lady.
But I needed to give you the background about him because he's the one that got us here. Right. So anyway, the point was that Margaret, let me back up a little bit. Margaret lived on St. Thomas Island. She loved dolphins. Okay. She got involved as a volunteer researcher, I think in her like late teenage years. Like she wasn't even an adult yet. She like went and volunteered just to work with the dolphins with a completely different project. A lot more ethical, not like weird shit going on. So she had some experience with dolphins when this situation came up with John C. Lilly. Okay. So she volunteered to do this. It was either 9 or 10 weeks. I've seen some different information, but it was supposed to be a 9 or 10 week project where she was going to read him Planet of the Apes, which I think
the dolphin?
Yes. She's going to read him that, but she was also teaching him how to talk like she would a child. Like if you got, there is video record of stuff and lots of sound clips where you can go listen to her like pronouncing things and getting him to mimic her. Okay. They notably said that he had a hard time with the M sound.
Sure.
Honestly,
humans have a hard time with the M sound.
Honestly, it's
G's get me too.
There's one clip that I've heard a lot. So there's a BBC documentary that has like a lot of this stuff in it
Okay.
that you could go watch if you want to see like footage and whatever.
Me.
And honestly, it's all over YouTube too, so whatever. Anyway, she would say like tell him to count and say 1, 2, 3, and then he would do like womp womp womp, right?
Okay.
But like you don't know
If he's actually
if he's saying that,
Right.
because he's just
Womping.
copying your intonation.
womping.
And anybody outside of that, if a dolphin came up to me and said womp womp womp, I'm not gonna know that means 1, 2, 3.
yeah, right.
So like they were like progress is being made, but like is it?
Right.
It's the 60s, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So Peter, the dolphin's name is Peter.
Oh.
Peter. Actually, I have to back up even more. So she comes to this house. The house is, they called it a dolphinarium, I believe. It had like an outdoor, like a lower level of the house was like flooded, whatever. And they had like a area, the dolphins did. But then the second story was flooded to their knees, like human knees. Okay. And then the balcony was also flooded. And then they have an elevator, which was essentially a sling that the dolphin came into, and they raised the dolphin up just like you'd see in a freaking movie with a helicopter.
I love this.
Sling getting moved.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, 2 female dolphins lived there and Peter. I think an older female, a younger female, and then Peter lived there. I don't remember the other 2 dolphins' names. Honestly, they don't play a lot of part. No other humans were involved in the experiment process. Even though John C. Lilly was present often, he was just in the sensory deprivation chamber doing acid.
Yeah. Okay. So it's just Margaret
It's
doing all
just
this.
Margaret doing all this. People would come and observe or whatever, but like they
Sure.
weren't involved. So Peter was a young dolphin when all this started. Like I explained, she did teach him how to do some sounds and whatever. And he was eager to work and do things, whatever. Like he was definitely an active participant in this. He becomes a teenage dolphin, and as teenagers do,
Rebel.
no,
Oh.
he became horny.
Oh.
He became horny. So originally, once he would rub on her legs and her hands, and just like it was obvious because they spent weeks and weeks and weeks 100% of the time together. Like she
Right.
said that she would sleep in the bed and he would like sleep on the floor in the water next to her.
Okay.
And would sleep as long as she did. She was still alive during the BBC. I mean, it was in the 60s, so I mean, she's still alive. Like, so there's actual things of her talking about how he would just be right there, and as long as she was asleep, he would stay asleep. Like, he wouldn't like wake her up and stuff. Like, it was like a dog,
This is great.
like being right there with her.
Don't convince
So
me.
anyway,
I might need
he,
this.
I don't think you do. So he would like rub on her and stuff, and eventually it would disturb their lessons. Like his horniness
Sure.
would disturb their lessons. So they would send him back down to the female dolphins and like send them away
Do
to
your
play
thing.
with female dolphins for a day. Well, it became so frequent and so disturbing to their lessons that she just started to relieve him.
No. I'm not doing that.
And then they would just return to their lesson. So
no.
she
No
So she-
fucking way. Don't they have horse dicks?
I honestly, I have not looked up what dolphin penises look like,
On
but
my freaking way.
she
Dolphin
speaks
dick.
very candidly about it in that it was not a sexual thing for her. It was just a matter of fact. This is what needed to be done to move on
No.
with the project. So she would do it like often, a lot. Eventually,
It's a horn.
oh God. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected it to be.
No, I thought it was going to be a horse dick. They're like this big.
I didn't think it would be like that, but yeah. So yeah, she did that, and I have to interject here that is like 99% of what she is known for. If you look up the name, it'll be like lady who fell in love with a dolphin. Now she is on record saying like this was just science. It was not a sexual thing for me. I was not like in a relationship with this dolphin, but it is so heavily made fun of in pop culture. There are numerous shows that reference this interaction
I'm so uncomfortable.
So much so that SNL has an entire several minute skit making fun of her and this situation
Why
that
you
went on.
fucking do that?
Honestly,
That's
I
not
just
science.
well,
You're a predator. You're
this was
an
the
animal
60s.
abuser.
This was the 60s, and I think that things were not seen. I don't know,
Common
Maggie.
sense.
Okay, well, I don't know. Okay.
And if she hopped on,
No. It was always
I
only.
know. But if she did,
Uh-huh.
can she get pregnant?
No.
Are you sure?
Cross species,
Happens.
not like that. Your genetic makeup has to be much, much closer. Like, we can't make a baby with a gorilla. We're not going to be able to make a baby with a dolphin, Maggie. Although, if you've ever seen Paradise PD, dolphin people are a thing. It's really funny. Everybody needs to go watch Paradise PD unless you're easily offended, because my God, is it horrible, horrible show, but also really funny. Anyway, so eventually, unsurprisingly to me anyway, so little progress is made in the long term that
I can't get past this.
funding is pooled.
Well, no shit. It was
like
to jerk
insofar
off a dolphin.
It was insofar as like, I think NASA, like some portion of NASA was like funding. He had like big name funders for this project because they wanted to be able to communicate with like a different species to then be able to apply that information to communicating with extraterrestrial beings. That's where this whole thing was, based in. Anyway, didn't really work out. Eventually the project was defunded, and
This is when we need video.
he was moved. Ew.
Like of me, and my face won't
Oh,
stop.
yeah. So Peter and the other dolphins were moved, and a vet was noted to say during this time that like Peter was in love with Margaret.
Okay.
Okay. Like, it was obvious how he adored Margaret. When he was moved, I think it only took 6 weeks and he died. He voluntarily did not breathe, sunk to the bottom of the tank, and chose to suffocate. He killed himself over loving Margaret.
I'm gonna cry.
It is a
so
crazy.
sad.
It is a crazy story. Are you gonna cry for real?
No.
I know I really buried the lead with that one, but like that, it's crazy.
That's the saddest
Yeah.
fucking thing.
Yeah, and so like obviously in the 60s we were not nearly aware of like the complexity and the intelligence of these creatures. Like, this was at the beginning of just understanding, like really understanding how smart they are, right? I mean, I know we're trying to teach them English, but like there was a belief at the
fucking hate
time.
this story.
There was a belief at the time that because no other species had essentially tried to take over the world, that they weren't that smart. Because obviously if you're intelligent, you just try to be superior to everything, which is insane. Like, can't we fucking live in harmony with the world we are in instead of trying to dominate it? But apparently dolphins weren't as smart as people or whatever, or even nearly as smart, because they didn't try to dominate the world. So anyway.
Don't you ever tell me a story where an animal Obviously, this is my first time hearing this story. Don't you ever tell me a fucking story where an animal dies
It's
again.
a very interesting story because he died of a broken heart. He chose to kill himself, and like, that's crazy that the dolphin is intelligent enough. If nobody knew, like, I don't remember exactly what the ratio is, but given the size of the body of the dolphin, their brains are like 3 times the expected size. So like what we would expect it to be because of the size of the body.
Yeah,
it's 3 times larger. They're very comparable to human brains. Like, they're very, very intelligent creatures. They're also, some varieties of dolphin are really aggressive and rape dolphins, which is insane.
Yeah,
they like
talked
gang
about
rape
this on
dolphins.
the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join that.
Yeah, they do that. And I think that requires a certain, because they're very like manipulative. They will like corner creatures and like chase them down in pods. Like groups of males will like chase females down and then do this to them. So like I do think that requires a certain amount of like cooperation and not just like instinctual hunting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They are, well, you all can do your own research about how intelligent dolphins are, but like Yeah. Something interesting to check out. The
So
BBC,
sad.
that's pretty much the story of her and him.
I thought she like
Um,
married him.
No, and you know what's really bizarre is that she did get married to a person, and then they moved into that home
With the
after
dolphin.
the dolphinarium. Yes, they like drained it and fixed it or whatever, and it's no longer a dolphinarium. And they just her and her family like moved into there and raised children there. Like she got married, raised kids there,
Dead
where
dolphin.
she loved Peter.
I love Peter.
It's an interesting story, certainly. Also, looking up John C. Lilly, like there's a lot of information about him. I do believe that they were injecting dolphins with acid as well in an attempt to, because if you don't know how, and I could be wrong, but my understanding of how acid works is if you have, like LSD, is if you have channels for each of your senses. Like you have a channel where all your auditory information
Are you
goes
not gonna
through.
bless me?
Bless you.
Too late. I died.
Okay. So if all your information goes like from your ears goes to your auditory channel, and all your taste bud information goes through your tasting channel, right? All of these senses. Instead of it only going to one of those, it goes through all of them.
Yeah, you can like hear food.
Yeah. So I do think that that's really interesting, and I always wanted to do, like, if I were to study, like, if I were to go on to get a PhD in psych, I always really wanted to study the effects of acid on the brain.
Well, because you have to do it. You have to do it to know. I'm not going on that fucking trip with you, though.
I'm not afraid of LSD at all.
Oh my god. You can get on a permanent trip.
From acid?
Yes.
I said that I would do acid if I could get like lab quality. You know what I mean? Like,
No, you'll get stuck as a glass of orange juice.
yeah, I have read things about that. But point being, I can understand why they thought that doing acid would breach some sort of spiritual isn't the word. Like brain wavelength energy connection. Like I can see why people thought that maybe this is the second spam call I've got. I could see why maybe people thought that that would bridge the connection somehow. Like somehow we
Sure.
tap into. Maybe they should have been giving them what's
Mushrooms.
No, this starts with a S.
Silicone.
Sylvia, isn't that one? Whatever. It doesn't matter. It could be any of those drugs that do something that put you in some sort of like psychedelic state.
Molly.
I don't think MDMA does that.
I don't know. That was wild.
So yeah, but the documentary is called
Yeah, I'm gonna watch this later, I think. While I'm cleaning.
let me see. BBC. I didn't write it down for some reason. The Girl Who Talked to Dolphins. It's a BBC.
What's it on? Does it say like Hulu, Netflix?
Yeah, I'll see here. The Girl Who Talked to Dolphins. It is on Prime as of 2021.
Okay.
Wherever the BBC is hosted right now is probably. Yeah. You can actually. Oh no, it is. It is on Amazon Prime still. It's on u.tv in the UK. I would think anywhere that BBC is hosted, though. I know that there is a service. I don't know if it's Hulu or if it's Disney or who hosts the BBC in America, but somebody does. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah. So, this defined it as a NASA-funded project. I was correct. Interesting stuff. It's really interesting, though, to go on and read about John C. Lilly. He would require an episode on his own. It is he was a scientist, but boy, was the 60s a different time as far as studying things.
No kidding.
Because, like, studying the brain and drugs in a very, like, personally experimental way instead of, like...
I can't get over that. That's gross. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, poor Peter died of a broken heart on purpose, and
That's so sad.
Margaret just goes on. She's like out there on her I don't know what year. It was 14 was the year the documentary was aired, so she'd be what 50
I
65.
thought you said the 60s.
But she wasn't born in the 60s. So she would have been like 65, 70 maybe when this documentary aired. And she's
probably
just
not
like
alive
on
now.
there
Well, maybe.
candidly. My mom was born in 58. My dad was born in 54.
My God. Okay.
So, you know, she's out there talking candidly in her 60s, 70s, just about.
I'm definitely watching
Giving
this,
handies
if not
to Peter.
today, this weekend. That's so fucking
I will
weird.
say there's a brief segment where she talks about it that's like a short that I watched because I didn't watch the whole documentary. I did get other sources of information because I felt that the BBC documentary would not have focused on the weirdness of it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
would have made it more like matter of fact, that I wanted the weird aspects of the story. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to information about Margaret and
That blew
Peter.
my mind.
You were not expecting. I love that you don't know anything about that because you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited about the next one too. You don't know any of these things.
No, I don't know anything about those.
That's the best. This is how we create the best content, though.
When we have no
Authentic
idea.
reactions,
Yeah,
yeah.
when we have no idea about what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope someone else screamed in their car when they heard about her jerking off a dolphin.
Yeah. It leaves so many questions.
Hey, chat. Did you yell in your car?
Like
Let us know.
what happens after?
After what?
Does he like is he just like back to normal? Just back to chatting? Do they have to clean up the stuff out of the water?
If he's anything
Was it on her
like
hands?
a normal man, he fell right asleep.
That's like, was he sleeping?
right asleep. He didn't even have 3 seconds and he was snoozing.
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys had a good time here today, and
We knew you needed this information to continue on in life.
That's what everything we provide you.
Necessary.
Information to continue on in life. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Until next time. Bye.
We got one brain between us, don't you know? Two girls trying to make this show. Life and issues, highs and lows. Laugh it up, anything goes. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. Got dilemmas, got our flaws. Spill the tea with no pause. Watch us laugh, breaking laws. Two minds might find lost cause. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls and just one brain. Common sense is spreading thin. Talking life through joy and pain. Tune in, laugh and let us in. One brain, that's all we got. Join the ride, like it or not. Taking swings, miss the shot, but our humor's always hot. With two girls and just one brain.